Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Terry or Theresia, and in today's video I'm going to be doing the bilingual tag, so it's like speaking German and English. I saw quite a few people do this on YouTube and I thought it looked cool, so I said why not do it too. So if you're interested, then please keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. The Munich guide is coming to you next week, so yeah, be sure to look out for that. So yeah, if you don't want to miss that, you should probably subscribe, right? We're almost at 1,000 guys. So let's get into the questions. So the first question is, what languages do you speak? And as I already ruined in the introduction, German and English. Number 2, would you say you are fluent in both? I would definitely say that I'm fluent in English because obviously that's my mother language. And like to an extent, I would say that I'm borderline fluent in German. I mean, I started learning German when I was 6, and well, I've lived in Germany on and off, but I wouldn't say that I'm truly fluent in German, like, to be very fair. It's not where my English is, definitely not. Number 3, did you grow up speaking both languages? I spoke English my whole life, and then well, when I was 6 to, yeah, so technically throughout, like childhood still counts as like whole life, right? I think so. So yeah, kind of on and off, but English for the most part. Which language do you prefer and why? I would have to say English because it's the language I grew up speaking, so I feel definitely very much at home, and I kind of think it's very interesting that English has become like the international language of the world. So in a sense, it's like you can go anywhere and then you will probably find somebody who speaks English. I know that's kind of a crappy reason, but I like the diversity in the amount of English accents there are, and that it's spoken pretty much in every corner of the globe, from England to certain African countries to where we're going to Australia, so on that end, and then coming back around to like the Caribbean, and then, you know, yeah, back to North America. I just think it's kind of interesting how it kind of connects throughout, obviously because of the British Empire, but I just find it's kind of interesting. I mean, that's a different story by itself, but in terms of connecting with people, I think there's something kind of interesting about English, and I like it, you know, yeah. Number 5, which language do you speak mostly? English.
I think I kind of went off on that already, didn't I?
6, what's your favorite word in your second language? I mean, this is kind of a dumb one, but I like gerne, and it just means, like, you know, you could say thank you to someone and you just say gerne, or, you know, like, it was a pleasure. I just think gerne is very cute, it's short, to the point, and you use it virtually every day. So I just think it, you know, it kind of sums up German for me. What's the translation of that word in your first language? You're welcome, basically. I mean, gerne is not necessarily like you are welcome in that sense. In the context that I'm referring to, it would mean you're welcome or no problem, sure, no problem. When do you most often use your second language? Well, because I live in Germany, I obviously use it every day, but not even as much as one would think, because a lot of my friends speak English, and at school what I'm studying is in English, so not even as much as one would think, which is kind of sad, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Do you prefer watching movies dubbed in your first or second language? I don't really like dubbed movies because I find it's very distracting, the like mouth moving and then it's like something else that you're hearing. Even on cartoons, I never really liked cartoons that were badly done because it's like what you're actually saying doesn't even match up or line up with what the mouth movement is, you know, suggesting to me. So I kind of find that annoying, but actually sometimes they really dub English or American shows pretty good in German. So yeah, but in terms of dubbing, I don't know. Literally translate your favorite expression from your second language into your first. Sag mal, geht's noch? I just find that very, very funny. It's not really funny, but it's like if somebody is telling you utter nonsense or doing like foolishness, you would just say, sag mal, geht's noch? And that literally, I mean, literally translated would mean, tell me, is it going still? Kind of, that was kind of bad. But it really would mean like, are you crazy? Like what are you doing? Yeah, sometimes these expressions you can't really translate word for word because it does not go. I think like, sag mal, geht's noch? I just find it so German. When I hear somebody say it, it's like so, like, it's just German, you know? And I just find it very funny because it kind of conveys a lot of emotion and, you know, borderline anger sometimes. It's like, sag mal, geht's noch? I just, I like it a lot. Do you code switch, meaning switch from one language to another in the middle of or after a sentence? Definitely. And I think that they have a bunch of videos like people who speak, you know, a few languages, like what they do. And sometimes like it's a word you want to use in language A, but it's like you can't find that word to really convey how you feel. So then you just want to put in that word that you know you could say in language B that would truly get the meaning across, and then you just kind of insert it. Or, you know, you start off the sentence in English and then boom, you finish in German. And a lot of times I just stick oder at the end, even if I'm speaking to somebody in English, and like I'm sure they're probably like, what does that mean? What is that? It's not raining, oder? Or, you know, or. But I just say oder instead of or at the end of a question a lot. I do that, oder, a lot. Did being bilingual make school harder or easier for you? It didn't have much of an effect, to be honest. When I was growing up in the Caribbean, German had no part of my, you know, experience because we learned Spanish and French, not German, so that didn't help me, so it didn't make it easier or harder. It really had no effect. And now I'm studying a course in English in Germany. So I would say like the speaking English has helped me, or not helped me, but it's made it easier because, you know, to get into that degree program you had to prove that you could speak English, and I was even exempted from the exam because, you know, I'm a native English speaker. So technically speaking English has made my school life easier in a sense. But that's definitely university, not like high school. What advice would you give someone who wants to become bilingual? Do it. Do it. I mean, I kind of grew up speaking like both, you know, because from both parents kind of thing. But if you're interested in learning another language, just do it. With the internet nowadays, there's so many possibilities. There's really nothing to hold you back from learning it. There are videos online, there are different, you know, blogs and forums that actually teach you like grammar and reading, comprehension, all that kind of stuff. So there's really no excuse, to be honest, to not be able to if you really want to. A lot of people are not interested in learning other languages. A lot of people are very obsessed with learning other languages. So it's all on you what you want to do, and everything is fairly available. How does being bilingual benefit you nowadays? Well, as I mentioned with the going to university and speaking English, that has definitely helped. And a lot of times, you know, for different jobs they might ask that you speak, well, English is, you know, often asked for, but then being in Europe, Spanish, French and Italian are also like listed as if you speak those. That's always a plus, especially in customer service, with international guests and clients and stuff like that. So I would just think English because, you know, especially Munich, if you're in the city center, or, you know, depends on where you are, a lot of times you may run into people who are visiting or who don't speak German, and they may ask you like for help on the train, how to get around. So in a sense, I think it allows you to connect to more people and be a bit more, not courteous, but you can just help people if they need it. What language do you take up next? Well, I'm currently learning Italian at university as well, so I would say that one. And yeah, in high school I did Spanish. I wouldn't mind to go and refresh that sometime maybe. Yeah, and well, yeah, I always kind of liked Portuguese, and French wouldn't be bad too, but yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's, you know, focus on what we have right now. So yeah, those are the questions. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it was kind of like pointless, like, okay, who cares, like you speak 2 languages, like your experience, what? But I just saw the tag and I thought it was kind of interesting, so I thought, let me do it. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, you know, you could tell me why. And don't be shy, let me know what videos you'd like to see me do next, and I will see you in my next video, which is not going to be the Munich guide because I'm going to definitely upload before that. But yeah, don't miss it, y'all, don't miss it. Join the familia, okay? Just hit the subscribe button and we'll be friends. Even if you know, you realize after a while, it's not my kind of thing, let me know what kind of videos you like in general on YouTube, and maybe there may be something on this channel for you. So yeah, have a good one, good night, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever it is you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.